My name is Dorothy Nkosi. I was born here in Durban in 1937. And for 58 years of my life, from the time I was a young woman until I was nearly 70 years old, I was deeply involved in witchcraft. I'm not saying this to shock you. I'm saying this because what I know, what I saw, what I participated in, gives me something few can offer. A view from the other side. Not from a pulpit, not from a theology book. From inside the darkness itself. I have seen things that would make a grown man weep. I have watched, with my own eyes, how spiritual forces move against human lives. And during all of those years, we had a method. We had a way of identifying the people who were dangerous to us. The ones the other side called chosen. Today, at 87 years old, I want to share with you 5 things that I watched destroy the protection of chosen people. Because they themselves open the door. When a person carries a true calling, they become visible in the spiritual realm, long before they become visible in the natural world. There is an awareness, a kind of recognition, that happens in the spiritual world around people who are destined for something significant. And when that person begins to speak carelessly, that awareness sharpens into something much more dangerous. It becomes attention. And attention, in the wrong spiritual environment, is the beginning of an attack. I learned this from being on the side that did the watching. Some of the most gifted people I ever encountered were brought low not by any great assault. They were brought low by their own words. If you are still with me right now, I need you to do one thing. Subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications. This is the part most people never hear. In all my years in witchcraft, we watched people. It was intentional and it was strategic. We watched for patterns, the ones whose words seemed to carry unusual weight. There were people who had something the darkness did not want activated, and our task was to delay them, distract them, discourage them, or better yet, get them to disqualify themselves. The easiest way we found was to wait. Because chosen people almost always made the same mistakes. They talked too much. Now let me give you those 5 things. Category 1. Broadcasting spiritual plans. When God shows a person a direction, that revelation is a seed. Seeds do not grow when they are exposed too early. I watched people tell everyone what they had been shown, and immediately a signal went out. Suddenly, that person found themselves surrounded by voices that subtly questioned what they heard. This was not coincidence. Some things God shows you are not meant to be announced. They are meant to be obeyed, quietly, in the hiddenness of your own walk. Category 2. Exposing weakness to the wrong people. Every chosen person goes through dryness. This is often the sign that the calling is real. When a chosen person exposed their weakness to the wrong person, that weakness became a weapon. Vulnerability, shared in the wrong room, becomes gossip. Gossip becomes a narrative. And a narrative, once it spreads, can define a person more powerfully than the truth ever did. I watched powerful callings be reduced to whispered rumors. Not everyone who loves you is equipped to carry your deepest battles. Category 3. Sharing deep spiritual experiences too broadly. Visions, dreams, encounters. These things happen to chosen people. Sharing them too quickly leads to pride, mockery, or spiritual targeting. Some things between you and God are meant to stay there. Category 4. Revealing specific details of the battle. When you share details with those not spiritually trusted, you have just drawn a map. The enemy does not need a prophet to find your weakness when you have already published it yourself. Choose carefully who you invite into your warfare. Category 5. Announcing a calling prematurely. A calling is profoundly fragile in its early stages. I've seen this more times than I can count. Silence in the early stages is not a lack of faith. It is the protection of something too important to risk for the sake of being understood. Right now, the greatest victories the enemy ever had were achieved by patience. He simply waited for the person to speak and expose the seed. I want you to stop right now. In the comments below, write these words: I am chosen, and I guard what God has given me. Declare it. I gave my life to Christ when I was nearly 70. God gave me freedom, but He also gave me understanding of how darkness looks for openings. Learn the difference between testimony season and preparation season. In preparation season, guard what you carry. Silence is a powerful weapon. The enemy doesn't always come with force. Sometimes he comes with curiosity. Don't give him what was meant to be kept sacred. God bless you. From Durban, from Dorothy Nkosi. Thank you for listening to an old woman who uses what she saw to protect the ones God loves.